Good morning, students. Myself, Sushma Puri, is going to explain rules of debit and credit from chapter 6. We have already discussed that all transaction depends on dual aspect, means double entry system, means all transactions depends on dual aspect, means rules of debit and credit. First of all, you must know what do you mean by accounts, because each account has two sides, debit and credit. So before discussing rules of debit and credit, we are going to discuss meaning of accounts. Okay, what is account? Account is a summarized of related transaction at one place under a particular head. For example, all transactions relating to sales are recorded at one place known as sales account. So all transactions relating to cash are recorded at one place known as cash account. There are two sides of account, beta. Debit side and credit side. Debit side means left hand side and credit side means right hand side. Now the question arises, what rules are followed to decide which transactions are to be recorded on the debit side and which on the credit side? So we need to understand the rules of debit and credit. There are two approaches regarding such rules, modern approach and traditional approach. Modern approach. Accounts are divided in 5 groups: assets, expenses, capital, liabilities and revenue. We can say AE. AE have debit balance, means all assets and expenses have debit balance. If there is an increase in the value of asset, like we are purchasing building, we are purchasing furniture, all amount will be shown in debit side. Okay, because there is increase in the value of building, machinery, furniture. So if there is increase, we can say assets have debit balance. Similarly, all expenses have debit balance. If there is increase in the value of expenses, will be shown in debit side. Now CLR, capital, liabilities and revenue. CLR means all capital, liabilities and revenue have credit balance. If there is increase in the value of capital, liabilities and revenue, means income, will be shown in credit side. Like owner has started business with rupees 10 lakh. That 10 lakh will be shown in credit side. Now he has introduced more capital. He has brought additional capital, that will be also shown in credit side. If he has withdrawn, it means there is decrease in the value of capital, that will be shown in debit side. Similarly, liabilities, creditors. We have purchased goods from Mr. Ram for rupees 1 lakh, that will be shown. Our liability has been increased by rupees 1 lakh, that will be shown in credit side. If we are going to pay rupees 80,000 to our creditor, that will be shown in debit side. Now revenue, sales, interest received, rent received, all income have credit balance. If there is increase in the value of revenue or income, that will be shown in credit side. Now we are going to discuss traditional approach. There are 3 rules. Number 1, according to personal account, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Debit the receiver means the person who receives the goods will be shown, will be debited. Okay, the person who is giver, who is giving goods to you or giving money to you, will be credited. Like we have sold goods to Mr. Hari. Hari is receiver here. Hari will be debited. If we are purchasing goods from Mr. Sohan, Sohan is giver. Sohan will be credited. Okay. Now personal account says debit the receiver, credit the giver. Now next account, real account. Real account belongs to all assets. Real account belongs to all assets. Real account says debit what comes in, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Credit what goes out means real account belongs to all assets. The asset which we are getting, the asset which is coming in the factory, in our firm will be debited. The asset which is going out will be credited. Like sold goods for cash. Sold goods for cash. Here we are selling goods. We are getting cash. So cash will be debited. We are getting cash. Cash is real account. Cash belongs to real account. Cash account will be debited. What is going out? Furniture, machinery, goods. So we are going to credit. If you are selling goods, then cash account debited to sales account. Sales account will be credited. Sales account will be credited because goods are going out. If we are selling furniture, we are selling furniture for cash, then cash account debited and furniture is credited. Furniture will be credited because furniture is going out. So real account says debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Now last is nominal account. Nominal account. Nominal account belongs to all expenses, losses, income and gains. Nominal account says debit all expenses and losses, debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. Credit all income and gain. Pay rent. If you are going to pay rent, rent is an expense, so it will be debited. Commission received. Commission received. Commission is income, it will be credited. Like rent paid, salary paid, interest paid. So all expenses will be debited. So rent account debited, salary account will be debited, commission account will be debited. If we are receiving commission, rent, interest, those account will be credited. Thank you. Okay children, we are going to revise modern approach. Modern approach. According to modern approach, accounts are divided in 5 groups: assets, expenses, capital, liabilities and revenue. All assets and expenses have debit balance. Balance means increase will be shown in debit side. In assets and expenses, if there is increase, that will be shown in debit side. Debit side means left hand side. Each account has 2 sides, left hand side and right hand side. Left hand side is known as debit side, right hand side is known as credit side. So if there is increase in the value of building, machinery, furniture will be debited. Okay. Similarly, in expenses, we are going to pay rent, rupees 10,000. Next expense we are going to incur. We are going to pay commission, interest will be debited. Okay. Now capital. Capital, liabilities and revenue have credit balance. Means capital, liabilities and revenue. If there is increase in the value of capital, will be shown in credit side. If there is increase in the value of liability, will be shown in credit side. Similarly, revenue means income. If there is increase in the value of any revenue or income, we can say will be shown in credit side. Like owner has commenced business with rupees 20 lakh. That 20 lakh means increase in the value of capital. That capital 20 lakh will be shown in credit side of capital account. Next, If he has withdrawn, if he has withdrawn rupees 10,000, that will be shown in debit side. It means there is decrease in the value of capital. Okay. If there is decrease, that will be shown in debit side. Now, liabilities, outstanding expenses or creditors are there. We have purchased goods from Mr. Singh, S. Singh, for rupees 20,000. Now, liability has been increased. Creditor means the person who supplies goods on credit. Okay. So, liability has been increased. Similarly, outstanding expenses are there. Our liability is increased. We have to pay telephone bill, electricity bill. That will be shown in credit side. Our liability has been increased. If we are going to pay to our creditor, we have purchased goods from Mr. Singh for rupees 20,000. Now we are going to pay 10,000. So our liability has been decreased. That will be shown in debit side. Now come to revenue. Revenue means income. Rent received, interest received, dividend received. That will be shown in credit side. Sales, we have sold goods for cash. Okay, that will be shown in credit side. Our revenue has been increased. Okay, if there is decrease in the value of revenue, that will be shown in debit side. Now we are going to revise traditional approach. You know, there are two accounts, personal and impersonal. Personal accounts belongs to name of person, name of debtor, creditor or representative personal account, outstanding, prepaid, accrued, all accounts are personal account. Okay, personal account says debit the receiver, credit the giver. The person who is receiving goods or cash will be debited. Okay, the person who gives you goods, any asset, cash will be credited. For example, sold goods to Mr. Manoj. Manoj, we are going to sell goods to Mr. Manoj. So Manoj's receiver will be debited. Okay. Now credit the giver. Mr. Rajesh is giver. If we are purchasing goods from Rajesh, Rajesh is giver. Okay. So giver will be credited. We have to credit Rajesh. Okay. Next account, real account. Real account says, real account, first of all you must know real account belongs to asset. All assets are real account. Okay. Cash, furniture, building, machinery, plant. Okay. So real account says debit what comes in, credit what goes out. The asset which you are going to receive in the factory, in the firm will be debited. The asset which is going out will be credited. Like we are selling furniture for cash. Now what we are getting? We are selling furniture for cash. What is going out and what we are getting? Okay, so we are getting cash now. So cash account will be debited. Okay, furniture is going out. So furniture account will be credited. Furniture is going out. Similarly, machinery. If we are purchasing machinery, okay, we are purchasing machinery for cash. So what are we getting? Machinery. So machinery account will be debited. What is going out? If we are purchasing machinery, we are paying cash for it. So cash account, cash is going out. So cash is credited. So machinery account will be debited because we are purchasing. Machinery is coming in the factory, in the firm. So credit what goes out. So cash is going out, cash account will be credited. Now come to nominal account. Nominal account says debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. If we are going to pay rent, commission, interest, or depreciation losses there, that will be debited. If we are receiving any income, interest, commission, rent, dividend, that will be credited. So I hope all of you have understood carefully. Thank you, beta. So children, these are the golden rules of accounts. These are the golden rules of debit and credit. Okay, these are the basic rules of account, we can say. So revise it properly, because without these rules you can't prepare, you can't pass journal entry in class 11th and 12th. So children, these are the golden rules of accounts. These are the golden rules of debit and credit. Okay, these are the basic rules of account, we can say. So revise it properly, because without these rules you can't prepare, you can't pass journal entry in class 11th and 12th. Thank you.